The wedding bells rang louder than her heartbeat. She stood at the altar, her white dress flowing like a river of silk, her hands trembling beneath the heavy bouquet of roses. She thought this day was meant to be magical, that the man waiting for her at the end of the aisle was her future, her destiny. But when the veil was lifted, her world collapsed. It wasn't the man she loved. Her eyes widened in disbelief as she stared into the cold, calculating face of the groom. He wasn't the one who had promised her happiness, whispered love under the stars, and made her believe in forever. Instead, it was his brother, a man she had barely spoken to, a man known for his arrogance and his ironclad rules. The ceremony continued. The guests clapped, smiled, and cheered, but she could barely breathe. Every word of the vows felt like chains binding her tighter, dragging her into a trap she couldn't escape. When the priest declared them husband and wife, her heart shattered. She was married, to the wrong groom. Later that night, in the grand mansion that now belonged to her as his wife, the truth came out. Her groom, the cold millionaire with sharp eyes and a voice like steel, leaned against the fireplace and said, "This marriage will last 6 months. After that, you will be free. Until then, you will live by my rules." 6 months. It sounded like a prison sentence. She wanted to scream, to cry, to demand answers. Why her? Why had he taken his brother's place? Why did he force her into this marriage? But his eyes revealed nothing. He was unreadable, a man who carried secrets like shadows clinging to his soul. The first weeks were unbearable. She lived in silence, eating meals across a long dining table where he barely looked at her. The mansion was beautiful but cold, filled with wealth but no warmth. She missed laughter, freedom, and the man she thought she would marry. Nights were the hardest, lying awake in a room that wasn't hers, wondering how she had become a prisoner of fate. But slowly, cracks appeared in his armor. She noticed the way he worked late into the night, his shoulders heavy with exhaustion. She caught glimpses of him standing at the window, staring into the distance with loneliness in his eyes. He never smiled, but once, when she accidentally burned her hand in the kitchen, he rushed to her side. His touch was firm yet gentle, and for the first time, she saw something more than cruelty in him. One evening, trapped together by a storm, they were forced to talk. She confronted him, demanding to know the truth. His voice was low but raw when he admitted, "My brother betrayed me. He left everything behind, including you. I couldn't let you be abandoned, not when He stopped himself, turning away, his jaw tight. Her anger softened. She realized this wasn't just about power or control. He was a man scarred by betrayal, carrying wounds no one else could see. And though he had forced her into this marriage, he was also protecting her, from scandal, from heartbreak, from being left alone. As days turned into weeks, the walls between them began to crumble. She discovered his love for music, the hidden piano room where he played when no one was watching. He discovered her strength, the way she stood up to him when others bowed down. Arguments turned into conversations, silence into companionship. One night, while watching the stars from the balcony, he finally spoke the words she had never expected. 6 months was supposed to be a contract. But now, "I don't want to let you go." Her heart raced. Could she trust him? Could she forgive the way this all began? She thought of the man she believed she loved, the one who had promised forever but vanished. And then she thought of the man beside her, flawed and complicated, yet slowly becoming the only one who truly saw her. 6 months no longer felt like a prison. It felt like destiny rewriting itself. But destiny wasn't done testing them. His brother returned, demanding her back, insisting the marriage was a mistake. Old wounds reopened, and for the first time, she saw her husband fight, not with anger, but with desperation. He stood before her and declared, "She is mine." Not because of a contract, not because of an accident, but because she chose to stay. And in that moment, she realized it was true. Somewhere between the cold nights and the quiet mornings, between the arguments and the stolen glances, she had fallen in love with the man she once hated. She no longer felt trapped. She felt free, in the arms of the wrong groom who had, somehow, become the right one.